Hello, and welcome to Taylor Talks Comics Live. So that's big news. So 4 Kickstarters to talk about. The Tokyo Ghost 10th Anniversary Artist Proof Hardcover. So this is the Rick Remender, Sean Murphy best-selling sci-fi series presented oversized in its original black and white glory. So this has been released in the Remender size deluxe edition hardcovers. And this has 28 days to go, so it is live. Yeah, you can back it now. And let me scroll down and see if there's like samples of what the book will look like. All 10 issues will be collected in here in the raw inks with all covers and some process pages from layouts to inks, model sheets, fully lettered by Ross Wooten. Like, look at this Sean Murphy artwork in all its glory in black and white. Like, this looks absolutely incredible. And this was a great Rick Remender story if you've not read it. But this artwork is amazing looking like this. Yeah, definitely speechless. But there'll be different editions here. So you're going to get there's an option for a 8x12 hardcover, oversized, in its original black and white, or the 11x17 original art sized, which will be exclusive to 400 copies. So you can see the differences there. So the one on the left is still oversized. 8x12 is still an oversized edition. But if you want the artist edition, truly in like the artist edition format, 11x17, done to the trim size of the paper that Sean Murphy worked on, that's the one on the right that you want to pick up. And yes, Josh mentioned that's the $300 one. It's $300, so it's definitely expensive. But the 8x12, which I think might be paperback, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Well, let's just go to Back This Project and see what it does. There's a digital edition for $40 if you want that. No, it is a standard proof hardcover. Okay, so for $120, you get the standard proof hardcover, which I think is the 8x12 edition, right? Yeah, 8x12, $120. And then 11x17 edition, there's still 325 of those 400 available. Only 75 have been taken so far. That's still available. That'll be $300 for that one. And that is Tokyo Ghost. The next one to share will be Danger Girl, J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl. And this one is not live yet. It has a notify me on launch thing there where you can bookmark it so you get a little notification whenever it does go live. But this will be the J. Scott Campbell Danger Girls Artist Edition through Skybound, which I think it says through Skybound, but I think it's Act 4. Act 4 Publishing, which is Scott Doombeer's company I talk about all the time. Scott Doombeer is the proprietor of the Artist Edition over at IDW and now has his own publishing company called Act 4, which will be publishing their books through Skybound via Image. It's kind of a mouthful there. But yeah, here's the Danger Girl Artist Edition. If you sign up for the official mailing list, you can get a exclusive enamel pin. So that's cool. And I do love this. This is amazing. What a flex. Artist Edition is a trademark of Act 4 Publishing. Yes, Scott Doombeer owns the rights to the term Artist Edition. He still allows IDW to use that term, but they have to pay him for it, which is amazing. But that's great. So Danger Girl's the next one. And then this one I'm super excited about. The Amazing Spider-Man, Stan Lee and John Romita's classic comic strips collected in a new softcover slipcase. This will be through Clover Press. These have been printed before through the Library of American Comics, I believe, in these nice looking hardcovers, but they're way out of print. If you try to look them up on eBay, like you'll see how crazy out of print they are. But these look amazing. And shout out Curtis from the Epic Marvel podcast, who has the Epic Marvel Epic Collectors Marvel Facebook group, and also frequently features on Near Mint Editions shows to talk about Epic collections. He is on the team that's going to be restoring these and designing these books and things. So shout out to Curtis for that. Amazing stuff. They but yeah, they'll be doing 4 or 5 volumes? 4 volumes. And here's the cool thing. So these will be paperbacks, but they're going to come in slipcases. So if you own any of these newspaper strips, they're usually landscape format because that's the way that the newspaper strips, like 4 or 5 panels, horizontally. So that's the best format to carry these in. But they'll be in slipcases, so when you put them on your shelf, they'll store vertically. And they are soft covers, so I don't know what the price point will be on these. I'm excited to see what that will be. Hopefully something pretty affordable. But these slipcases look great too. I love the giant character faces on it. In the books themselves, you have Kingpin on one, you have Kraven on another, Mysterio on another, and then who's that character on the first one? I forget his name, but still great stuff. This is Stan Lee, John Romita, so the 2 gentlemen that did Spider-Man post Steve Ditko leaving the book. And then I got one more Kickstarter to show off, but I'm going to wait for a second. The 2 gentlemen that did the Spider-Man book after Steve Ditko left. Great stuff on that book. I haven't read these newspaper strips. I've read a little bit of them because I have the artist edition that collects the first 2 years. I have a video on showing that off on the on my channel, showing off the artist edition of the newspaper strips. But I'm excited to be able to sit down and read all of them. I think I would only collect the era of Romita though, probably, because this newspaper strip ran from 77 all the way through I think 2005 or something insane. It lasted forever. I don't even know where it was put because none of my local papers carried it. But Stan Sakai was the letterer on it for a number of years. Stan Sakai of Usagi Yojimbo fame. Larry Lieber did a lot of it. Stan Lee's brother. So, is that the lizard? That's not the lizard, is it? Maybe am I having a brain fart? He has like a human chin, though. I think that's the other character that looks like the lizard. Am I crazy? Maybe I am. I'm going to lose all my credibility here with this. But let me go through the chat and check out what you guys are saying. $300 artist edition is brutal, though. It is. It's very expensive. Here's the link to the Tokyo Ghost Kickstarter. Tokyo Ghost is gorgeous, but really expensive. Love his art. He is weird about his Kickstarters. Sean Murphy. Oh, they are always expensive. Hell yes for JSC, J. Scott Campbell. Here's the link to the J. Scott Campbell Danger Girl Kickstarter. I knew nothing about the ASM project. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Clover Press is the right company to be doing it for sure. Here's the link to that. And that's not been launched yet. So that's the notify of launch link that he's got there. Same, this is going to be expensive. Haha. I hope since they're paperbacks, they're a little bit cheaper, but I guess we'll see. I have the artist edition of the Spidey newspaper strips. Can't go wrong with Romita. Yeah, that artist edition is amazing. It's huge too because it's a landscape sized artist edition. It's oddly, I don't even know. It might be down here actually because I don't have it doesn't fit on my shelf properly. Maybe I do have it upstairs somewhere. I don't know. It's a weird, awkward book because it's landscape sized, but it's artist edition, trim sized. Put some respect on the doctor's name, Dr. Kurt Connors. And then here's the highlight, the main event of the Kickstarters that we're going to go to. Bum, 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 bum. Drum roll, please. While I bring this up. Bang, Ballad of the Tiger. So check this out. This is coming August 25th is when it launches, and it'll be going until September 25th. This is Bang, Ballad of the Tiger, Volume 3 from Josh Greathouse, who is in the chat with us today and most days. He's one of our moderators. We appreciate it so much. But this will be Volume 3. Kung Fu Fantasy. Instead of a guy with a sword, this is a woman with a boot. So yes, it's wacky, fun, Kung Fu Fantasy. Sword and sorcery is a genre that Josh always touts it as being. Maybe one of the few sword and sorcery comics that I enjoy, perhaps. But this is a notify me of launch as well. Let's scroll down and look at some of the artwork here. High concept. Bang did not sign up for this. Neither did young Eddie. Yasmin did. Using their strengths and grit, they will discover what it means to be their own person in this hard story of monsters, empires, ancient evil, and kung fu. So this is some of the artwork you can see here. And if you want to read it digitally, it is available digitally, but these are for physical editions, which you're going to want this in your hands. And I'm assuming, Josh can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming that this also will have available volumes 1 and 2 in like a bundle of sorts, or maybe you can order volume 1 with volume 2 if you only are missing that volume and you already have volume 1 or what have you. I'm sure you'll have add-ons and things, and hopefully some other good fun goodies. I don't know, but we will find out. I mean, Josh can chime in here in the chat, and I will certainly make you privy to that. Here you go. You can read chapters 1 through 16 for free here. joshgreathouse.com/comics. Read the first 16 chapters for free digitally. See if it's your thing or not. See if you enjoy it. And you can definitely put that on your list. Put your little bookmark on there to notify you on the launch. Yes, volumes 1 through 3 will be available. So they'll have Josh will have a nice catch-up bundle there for you to catch up on if you read those free chapters and you want all 3 volumes in your physical form. But I'll have Josh on, I think it's going to be August 27th. I'll get with him to hammer that out for sure. August 27th will be 2 days after the launch date. So he'll have like the 25th to launch, a couple days, get the buzz going. And then 27th, we'll launch it. We'll talk to him live on the show to talk about everything that makes it great. And I'm going to actually do my video for Bang the Ballad of the Tiger volumes 1 and 2 on that Monday. So that video will drop on Monday the 25th with information about the Kickstarter. And maybe I'll even scroll through the Kickstarter on the video to show you what it looks like with all the different options of buying stuff. I'll definitely do that when Josh is on live. But for sure, we'll do the video on Monday, me showing off volumes 1 and 2, have Josh on Wednesday, and then you'll hear about this Kickstarter all the way through to its conclusion. Maybe we'll have Josh even on a day or so before it ends to get some last minute hype in there for sure. I definitely want to support Josh. He supports me in everything I do, and I want to support him. He's a great cartoonist. He's a friend, awesome writer, awesome cartoonist that needs more of a bigger spotlight on his work. So I'm happy to do that. That's the point of this channel. So, Kickstarter's taking a lot of my money this year. Awesome stuff, Josh. Thank you for all the support. I'm nervous about this, but I got high hopes. We're going to make it happen, man. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be great. Great stuff. I'm changing volume 2 to $300. That's what the cool kids do, right? Only if it's oversized artist. I want to see an artist edition of Josh. Although you work digitally, don't you? You don't draw Bang. You do draw digitally, correct? So you don't have original art. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But still, you can make a massive oversized edition still. Sir. Oh, sorry. Am I wrong? You can still make a massive oversized omnibus edition, That's next, after we get a few volumes going. Is Josh offering a refund option? Perhaps. I work digitally, but I have pencils and inks and make it 11 by 14. So I'll talk to you about this when you're on the channel. I want to know more about the process. Do you do like your thumbnails digitally and then you blow it up and then do the pencils and inks on it on paper? I'll talk to you about that later because I'm fascinated by that. So I want more details on that. But the important thing to know is that August 25th, you can back the Kickstarter by Josh Greathouse for Bang the Ballad of the Tiger Volume 3. And you'll have volumes 1 and 2 available to you as well if you're missing out on that. And then J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl, Tokyo Ghost 10th Anniversary Artist Edition, and Amazing Spider-Man newspaper strips by John Romita and Stan Lee will all be Kickstarters that are coming out in the future. And I'll probably talk about those too as they launch and as they go on. I'll definitely talk about Josh's, of course, but they're the ones as well. And see how they're doing and things. Bad Stump, I am greedy. You're like an evil mastermind. But again, next week I'll have the Howard Chaykin Lost Marvels overview. I'm going to have the Moon Prince by Kevin Fraser Much. This will be also an overview that comes out next week. And I have some other videos on my channel throughout the week. Make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're watching this after the fact. I always reply to all those comments. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Taylor, in the chat. Of course, we're here to support you, Josh. You support me. It's the least I can do. But thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and keep talking comics.